Joel, Charles, thanks for chatting with me today, and congratulations. I went into this movie completely blind, and it's the most fun I've had in so long in film. Like, I was just so excited the entire time. Clarify something for me. Is this the first time you guys have worked together?
This is the first project that got produced and on the screen, but we developed a television show together that will hopefully be on screen soon.
Very cool, very cool. So what was it about this project, this script, when Joel comes to you, Charles, what makes you want to produce it?
Well, we'd worked with Juel and Tony on this television project, and we could, just from the very first meeting we had with them, the brilliance and the uniqueness of their voice, we just knew that they were going to have an extraordinary career. And when they pitched this project, and they pitched a lot of people, we were just blown away by all the different genres, the uniqueness of it, and we just, we went all out to see if we could be involved as the producers, to be supportive in any way possible. And we knew it was going to be fun, and we knew it was going to be provide conversation, and so we were just happy that they chose us to be one of the producers to help execute.
That's awesome. You mentioned the genres there, and one of the most amazing things to me about the movie is the way it blends genres. There are times where it's very frightening, and then there are times where it's hysterically funny, all told through this sort of like grindhouse lens, and I mean that in the best way.
I take it in the best way. I take anything you got.
That's good. For you as a director then, Joel, how do you decide which scenes need to play more for the comedy or more towards the horror? How do you direct your actors that way?
I won't flip your question a little bit. I'll say that the actors definitely, they embody the character so much, and they understood the material so much that it's not so much that I had to do anything and I just had to add water just to put the camera in front of them. It's a lot of it is the conversations that we had before shooting it. They understood, they understood the tone. So it's really they are my get out of jail card in certain scenes of you just come on, do something good, and they just completely transform it from what it is on the page, And so a lot of it is me relying on them, and trying to get out of their way and do no harm, you know what I'm saying? And trusting that, the material has been, pre-vetted to some extent, and hopefully people watch it and feel that was well navigated, But I think, like I said, me directing them, not so much me directing them as me getting out the way and allowing them to kind of take the wheel, once the cameras were rolling.
That's great. So I noticed, in terms of your style, you like to use some very long takes. You like to have the actors sort of coming in and out of the frame, which I love. It's so much fun to watch. How many takes do you like to do when, for example, Tiana early in the film, she's doing the thing, she's got the monologue about the blockchain and the crypto, and I'm laughing my behind off the entire time. How do you direct her in that scene? How many takes do you like to do?
Believe it or not, that was the first scene
really?
I did. Yes. It's right out the box with this long monologue, and so I think that one we did more takes than we normally had time to, given the conditions that we were shooting in at the time we were shooting. So we normally 3 or 4 takes, and we had to keep it moving. That particular scene though, I think since it was so formative to her internalizing the character's rhythm, you know what I mean? That one I think we did 7 or 8 takes of that, and each time it's just getting, you know what I mean? Dialed in, I think, from that scene on, that was literally the first scene we shot in the whole movie. From that scene on though, she knew it, you know what I'm saying? And so, I think because they're longer takes, a lot of times the first take is just discovery, and there were even more long takes that were truncated, truncated for pace, you know what I mean? And they probably, the producers and other creative collaborators Syra editor, they save you from yourself and some of your more indulgent impulses a lot of times, and hopefully they save me from myself. I don't know, it remains to be seen. But the early takes a lot of times are just letting the actors find something, and really a big reason I like the longer takes is just because I like to see how a performance develops, and a lot of times they do stuff that completely like surprises me. You know.
Well, the movie's completely entertaining to watch, so congratulations, and thank you both for chatting with me today.
Oh, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, man.